Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not sure, some day in July. I'm going to go for my first ever wild camp, so I've done all the research I can. I've got every single bit of kit I can possibly think that I need, and now there's nothing else to do but go for it. So, fairly extensive first aid kit. That'll just go on the belt on the outside, so it's always readily available. Some hiking poles, which should also form part of my actual camping setup. A good pair of waterproof boots with 100% wool socks as well. A hat. I think that was an SAS top of some description. Got a gear top, a single man hoop bivvy sort of tent, a 3x3 DD tarp. In there I've got I think about 16 metres of paracord in 2 metre loops, and they're just reef knotted together, so you can just pull them apart. The DD tarp pegs weren't very good, so I've got some nice lightweight aluminium ones which are as strong as anything and weigh absolutely nothing, so I'll just swap them over with some others. Just a dry bag under there, sleeping bag. It'd be far too warm in that, I think. I've now completely forgotten the name of it. Snug Pack Zero, Sub-Zero I think it is. So that's that bit. Just a 30 litre green bag, slightly customised. We'll get around to taking the kids at some point as well. And then charging purposes, just a power bank, a couple of cables in there. In case you get really cold, even though it is July, a hat, but also I'm thinking to keep the sun out while I'm trying to sleep in the morning. Small first aid kit as well, just in case. Some Vaseline, which is all in the front bit. Just a fire steel, that hasn't actually been used ever. Just a head torch, 225 lumens thing. It's also got a red setting on it as well, which would be very handy for night time. Just some mosquito repellent. Going to put some sunscreen in a minute as well. Some sunscreen repellents. Just a little teeny tiny cheap torch off eBay, but it's not bad. I think it's about 300 lumens for £2. Can't go wrong with runs in 1AA, and another one of them as backup. So that's the front section. Zip. So moving on in. Up next, just a great big waterproof cover, which should cover absolutely the lot if needs be. Toilet roll, little sort of towels that expand if you put water on them, a life straw, a very small fire. I'm not aiming to use any of this, but it's just in case. A little pocket SAS survival guide. I don't think I'm going to get lost where I'm going anyway. Couple of little candle things are made, so one's tea tree and one's just bog standard. Just tea tree, just keep the bugs off. Pair of gloves, a full-on poncho which is sealed so that you can use it as an emergency shelter if needs be. A little Rolson hand axe. I'm not aiming to chop up anything at all. Then another fire steel with some paracord and a small knife. So that's that section. Moving into the main section. So just going over the front there, it's a bit short actually, it's just a bladder. My bag of all things food, so spoons, coffees, a couple of MREs, just a little steel cup, spare bag for rubbish, a little pot set cooking on, little gas cooking stove because I can't be bothered any other way. Just some matches and stuff in there as well. gas canister. Also, because obviously you're probably thinking this won't fit that, and it won't. So in here, and I will check now actually. I've now just worried myself. Yep, there we go, an adapter. So you can plug that one onto the other one, so that means that can use any type of gas canister that I want it to. Pair of trousers for morning. My airbed, very very thin, well very lightweight, half a kilo, and a pillow in that. Don't think it's going to be needed, but a set of car shades, that's just to stick underneath you to reflect heat. A small trowel for digging toilet hole, a multi-tool, some more paracord in there, and a 3 litre water bladder. And what will join me in this bag a bit later is Dr. Thirsty as well. So I must be absolutely mad, and half of this won't even be used at all. But hey, at least I'm hopefully prepared. So next bit will be Bamford Edge when I make it there. So see you in a bit. Right, I've made it to Bamford. I've only just had one issue. I've barely made it 100 metres from the car, and that is, first of all, this path up the hill is closed apparently from February till July for dangerous cables. What a load of nonsense that's got to be. And on top of that, my platypusy water bladder, when I had to get my bag off to get under the railing bit, there's leaks on my backside, so I then have to pull it all off again. So yeah, I did that. A kind lady popped past and told me that you always get some water in the pub if it does that. So yeah, so there you go. It is that's about level there. So it's just a really long slog up the hill. So see when we get to the top bit. Right, so I've now ever so slightly made it onto the top of Bamford Edge. Well, no, not quite onto the top, since I've got miles to go up the hill yet. But I stopped because my phone rang. Joys of being unemployed and trying to find another job again. It's always good fun. So I can't remember the name of the ledge over there, or edge. There's another one over there. I'll look it up later. So I think it'd be nice to wander over to that one because it looks even more slightly higher elevated, but I don't know. I think we'll stick with going up this one today. Sun's still nice and high up. It can only be nearing about the 6 o'clock mark. So I'm going to carry on back up that way now. So I'm slightly further around now. So near enough on top. I have no idea what the time is. Time is now 6:15. So it's taken roughly 40 minutes to get from right down the bottom of the hill, then the village of Bamford, up round to here so far. As you can see, there's a little rocky outcrop. We came here, I think, sort of January, February time with the kids, and sort of sat and had a hot chocolate on that rock with the aim of getting over there, but unfortunately we ran out of time. As you can see, it's a real beautiful evening. I've no idea what the temperature is at the moment still. It's probably still knocking on near 20, I guess. So I shall carry on round. I'm going to try and make the stone circles. The aim was to try and make it round as far as possible anyway. And the aim of that generally was just have a look, really. And also I think if anyone's coming up this way for a walk in the morning, something like that, they're going to be less inclined to keep walking all the way round unless there is a path the whole way round, which I'm not quite sure if there is. Also, I want to make it round to the views of like Lady Barrow Reservoir and everything, because at the moment there's not much of a view on that bit, although I've got to say there's lots of land which can take me out on at least. So yeah, she'll see how it goes and catch up again in a bit. That's a big drop. It was a bit low. So you can hear Mummy over there, because I was walking along the path, and lo and behold, this little critter's in the way. He's obviously not learned to fly yet, or is scared out of his wits or her wits, and Mummy bird is getting a bit frustrated. So I'm going to go round. Yeah, I'm trying. So don't worry. It's alright. And there you go, that's nature for you. Amazing. I better come over this way a bit. Let's keep going a second. Mother bird can't put herself in harm's way as well. That would be a bit silly. Nope. I'm filming whichever hand at the moment. But on a different note, we've almost made it to the stone circles, which are just up that hill there, I think. Not even sure if I've got that in the picture there. So we've almost made it to our intended target, and then I shall find somewhere, I think, to try and chillax, get my MRE going and eat, because I am absolutely bloody ravenous. Got some water along the way, and then I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Thirsty. God, I love Dr. Thirsty. He is going to be the dude. Good he is. But until then, we're going to carry on up the hill to the stone circles, and then we're just going to find somewhere I can literally just park my backside down and yeah, have something to eat and relax. Just want to go for a wee, that, doesn't it? Right, I got it wrong. I was about 1 kilometre away from the stone circles. I made it to this tiny little river that's obviously stream that just starts on top of the hill. So I've gone down a bit of a dip at the moment, just sort of navigating around the path to the stone circles still. So hopefully just under 1 kilometre now, and I'll get to them, and I've really got to set up camp because it is getting a bit darker now. But I'm sure I'll be up stupidly early, and then I can wrap up and get away nice and early in the morning and eat my porridge. So, ooh, God, it's a bit wobbly. You can see there seems to have been quite a bit of fire on these hills as well. I've noticed this quite a few times. I don't know if this has been, I don't know, not really heard of forest fires, so I don't know if this is controlled burning or what. Seems a bit odd, but it's all very nicely burnt back. So Yeah. So I've been using this app here, which I've completely forgotten the name of now. You can generally download the Ordnance Survey maps and it uses GPS and it tells you exactly where you are. So as you can see, I'm there. So there's that little river I just went across, and all the way up there is the stone circles, which doesn't look far until you look at the distance. So in a straight line it is still 1 kilometre, and I can tell from this it's probably going to curve round and probably round Jarvis Clough and then back round to the stone circles. So it is probably still quite a way away. It's saying that, it's saying pillars. Disused shaft, I'm not sure if that's just that one just there or not, but I'm starting to get a bit thinking. Sun's not going down too quick still. It's still, you can see for 7 odd, it's still quite high in the sky. But I really don't want to be caught with my pants down, considering it's the first time I've ever done this as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head straight off up that way. So hopefully with a bit of luck I can navigate along here somewhere around the Burnsea bit and then up the hill over this way. I'm not sure how flat all that is. That's the problem. That looks quite grassy at the top there. You can see it's mostly ferns and it is generally everywhere. Got a place for myself now, apart from I've passed about 4 or 5 people in total along the way. But just find somewhere just like this little bit here. This is the first bit in about half a mile that I've come to that is actually of any flat ground which you could actually stick something down on. So I don't want to be this close to a path. I can't imagine really that anyone is going to roll up later this evening or into stupidly early in the morning, but you never know. But I'd rather not take that risk, and it's just nice to have a bit of peace and quiet. So I'm going to try and make it up that way, and it just looks a bit more on top of the hill. And I can then see High Neb, which is the one I was trying to remember the name of earlier. So we shall give that a go and just hope I find somewhere. Probably can't see it too well, but that dip was it's that little teeny tiny rivery bit, which, God, there's a lot of water in that. I'm quite lucky really, I've got some good sturdy boots on, and I've got to say I was starting to think, why the hell did I bring these apart from bloody to pitch a tent up with? But I've got to say, thank God for them, because obviously I was a bit worried about how boggy what it was, that I was literally gonna beam the end of me. Luckily it's not. So we've made it to the top of this hilly bit. I've got to say I found a nice bit of grass which seems to be covered in twigs and stuff. It's not too bad. I might carry on up the hill that way. It's heavy bushes. And there's potentially something over that way. I'll give it another about 10 minutes I think, and then I'm going to give up. The heather here is quite short actually. Probably not the best of things to have done actually. Oh dear, you live and learn, and that is the thing. If not, I should be having a nice new pair of woolly socks and probably not that thick. It's really, really annoying. No, that's a gate post. I was going to say that's the stone circles, but it's not. That really bugged me. I'm not sure what's up there to the north, but that looks quite interesting. That would be quite amazing to got that, so I'm going to have to dig that out on the map, and then you can see Mamtor. Is it Mamt? No, Mamtor's over that way, isn't it, somewhere? I've forgotten the name of it now. It starts with a K. I was going to say Kimmeridge, but I'm sure that's the Isle of Wight. I've completely forgotten the name. Anyway, I'm going to carry on just up this way a bit, see what I can find, and if not, I think I might be here. But I'd rather be on that side because I'm going to get a better sunrise there. And there you go. And there's Mamtor. That's not Mamtor. I'm absolutely useless with names, so I'm going to shut up. There's some rocks, and we're going to go this way. So, see you in a bit, and hopefully I'm going to stop then, otherwise I'm going to die. Right, I finally stopped. Come around in a big circle, over the hill, and there's a little white place over there, which I actually came across earlier. I'm quite sure it's for us. I don't know what they're marking. Probably be a good idea to find out. But in doing so, I found a nice little short bit of grass clearing here. The path's just big scary bug in my ear. Annoying bugs. Just put some bug spray on shortly. My t-shirt, the back is saturated, so I'll leave that on because it's going to be the quickest way of drying out. So yeah, so we'll have a lovely sunset, and then once the sun's gone down, there we go. So set up my hoops bivvy and stuff there, and then when I wake up in the morning, sunrise will be over probably that way somewhere, I guess. And it sort of comes over, doesn't it? So in the morning I'll wake up, have some porridge, and then head off down that way. So for now I'm going to get set up, so I'll be back shortly. Well, I'm glad I didn't faff around too much longer. It's now 8:20, so it's almost 3 hours after first actually stepping out of the car. So I've managed to actually set up now. So on the little clearing I've got, I've done this. See a couple of tent peg poles. I'll re-level that one in a minute actually. Might even try and raise it up a bit. Be nice if it was a bit higher. So under here I've got Dr. Thirsty in a minute. God, bloody am thirsty. So under here, the hoop bivvy, everything's set up. The aim was to roll that over at the end there. Not quite rolled enough, but it's going to be sort of a wet night anyway. And yeah, I do need to sort that pole out, but it's absolutely pissed. And now I'm going to get my dinner on the go because I'm absolutely starving. I was thirsty as anything as well. Luckily from that 3 litre platypus thing, it hasn't actually leaked too much at all, which is good. You know, I think it's also helped where I stuck it in the bag that it came in when I first bought it, so I think that's probably helped a little bit. So probably drunk only about 1 litre overall, but like I said, I'm quite thirsty, so hopefully I'll get some drink down me in a minute. I can see some people all the way on the hill over there. Which is quite amazing. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful sunset as well. Really looking forward to that. That is going to be brilliant. So, yeah, I'm going to get tea on the go. I'm glad I have come out. Hopefully I can test a few things as well. Like I can try and find out, well, I know this is an absolute pain in the arse now. Definitely helps having one pole either side though. 3 metres. I guess what I could have done is probably stuck 2 on one side and stuck them on the end one, so you got probably that sort of length there, so about 2.5, 3 foot. As an area, sort of as a top, although you didn't got to think rain. I'll just peg that down once at the back there as well, although realistically it's not meant to rain, so I'm not overly fussed. It's more just keeping everything sheltered, and obviously I'm not used to this at all. There's absolutely no one around. About the nearest, you can see right down there in the valley, you can hear all the cars, which is a bit annoying. I can't remember where that road goes. I think it goes between like Sheffield and Manchester. So obviously it's going to be a bit busy. It's just a shame, but as you can see, there's absolutely nothing around. Well, no people anyway. Lots of things around, so lots of annoying bugs. So I've stuck some bug spray on as well. so I should be okay. Right, so I'm going to crack on with tea now because I'm starving. Right, so I was going to cook and then I just could not be bothered. In the end I thought I'd speak to my friend Dr. Thirsty, see what he's got to say. He says he's thirsty and he's hungry, so I've just literally just gone with the dry stuff. So I'm just eating my pita breads, which should have gone with my tomato pasta thing and rice and whatever else I was going to cook with it. I just can't be bothered to stick water in a pan and stuff. I wish I'd literally brought the ration heaters, because that would have just made it so much easier. I could have literally just stuck it in that and that would have been it then. So it's not looking too bad under here now. So there's my bed. I've got about 0 inches of headroom, got less than a bloody coffin. There's a view down the hill, and yeah, it's not too bad. Could have fit loads of kit under here. I think could have either, I guess, folded the tarp over one, or which is what I'm doing with this side here. So this will be folded over, which is why it's all on top at the moment. So it's like double load. So the bag and everything will sit on that. Well, I'm just sat on a carrier bag. I wish I'd actually brought the 1.2 by 1.8 metre tarp I had, because I could have stuck that by the side here, which would have been a bit nicer, instead of actually squishing every animal going, since I've seen like a millipede or a centipede already. So that's why I've put the bag down, so it doesn't exactly want to be bitten. Yeah, so good old Dr. Thirsty. So I am cheating. I'm really, really cheating. I just hope I actually do get around to porridge in the morning, because that will definitely be nice. But yeah, for now I'm just going to sit, try and enjoy the view, although if I look into the sun I'm going to blind myself. Just literally sit, chill and drink Dr. Thirsty. Right. Oh, it's time for sunset now. Oh, that's made a giant X. Oh no, still got quite a ways there yet. It lied to me. Don't know. Huh. Is it close? Don't know. So once the sun goes down, I'm going to try and get some rest actually. It's been a longish evening. Not sweaty and horrible. I've got lots of annoying bugs trying to pester me, just chasing me off no end. So I've lit my candle just for now, which is just absolutely those little bottles of tea tree. It's a low one of them. It's just a soy wax candle, which it's got 6 wicks in it. Was it 6 or 5? I can't remember how many I put in there. 5 or 6. Anyway, it should hopefully release a bit of tea tree into the air and keep a few bugs at bay at least anyway. That's the general aim of it. So there, I should just sit here chilling. Fortunately I've drunk Dr. Thirsty now. Poor old Dr. Thirsty, he's dead. So it's going to chill here. And then I better get out a torch and stuff for bed. Right, so there goes the sun now. So it's literally just set behind the hill over there. So I guess we're generally into sort of dusk time now. Still someone up on the hill over that way. There's still absolutely no one around here at all. Which is good, because I'd be a bit freaked out now if I saw someone. Although you never know when there's people wild camping. It could be someone literally just up there. Got those stones over there. Actually, that's a wall there. I think that wall, I need to walk back down that way. Ah, Okay, so I didn't make it this far up before. Interesting. Although I did see that wall before, and let's just have a look where I actually am. Please keep an eye on the sun. It's not going anywhere though. It's gone. Okay, let's center where I am. So there we go. I'm there. So I'm further up than I think. Although I guess the top of Bamford Edge is a bit just. What's going? So I'm gonna filter something. So in the morning, I've got to wake up. On the back round the edge of Bamford Edge, down to the road bit, and then looks easy all the way back down the hill, down the closed lane, which is closed for no reason at all, and back to the car. So I'm going to get ready for bed now. To get ready for bed, there's not really all that much I can actually do. So I'm just going to sleep in my clothes, because it's going to make no difference. Shorts and t-shirt, and yeah, I think that's the easiest way. So that's a couple of planes there. There's planes all over the place. And I'm being eaten by something, I think. So let's see how the tea tree goes. Keep that running just for now. Just while I literally get things folded over and sorted. Sure, it's heard a funky sound. I'm not sure sort of what birds are around here, but I have noticed a few. Well, some fairly big birds that have taken off, along with that little birdie, which obviously mummy bird wasn't too happy about me being right next to him or her, which is why I walked around and gave a good berth. So I've got to say, yes, it's getting a tad bit chilly now. It's not too bad. So in shorts and t-shirt, it's summertime. So I'm going to get sorted to get to bed. Oh, you can hear some birds out and about. I would have thought of all the bugs that are out. So we'll see quite a few there. I would have thought it was quite a few birds just swooping over and eating everything. But I guess you never know. Not sure what else would be out. So you can hear something that sounds a bit funny. I think it's almost like a big sort of ducky sort of thing. Moorhen? I don't know. Big bird. There you go, big birds in the field. In a mass as well. So yes, I shall be getting sorted now. So it's getting a bit nippy. So yes, I should be doing things to get ready. So I'll just pop down to this wall a bit, because obviously I didn't come over a wall earlier, so I know that I must have been further down. So I think the path is just along the bottom line there, actually. So it's a shame it wasn't somewhere just around here to have counts, because it would have been a lot better. Because obviously the view would have been a lot more amazing. You see, you can sort of see Lady Barrett Reservoir there. The sun's still, right, the sun's set over that way now, but it's still going down. It's still looking quite nice out. So yeah, just all going up that way. Yeah, and yeah, in the morning have to carry on and head back off over that way, which will be fun. I've noticed that my right shoulder is hurting, and I thought at first it was, I'm not sure, but I think it's just been the bag strap, because it was, I noticed a bit of pain on it. So I'm now about gosh, how far away am I? Probably about 40 metres away from the tent. 40-50 metres tops. So you can see it's blending in very, very well, actually. The aim wasn't to do super duper stealth camping, although it definitely does help to not I guess make yourself presence unknown, since you're not really meant to be here. So overall, it's blended in quite nicely. It's just a shame at the moment, just that silver bit there was showing, so just fold that bit over a bit more for wandering down, but otherwise it's blended in pretty well actually, considering it's gosh, what is it, obviously like woodland camo, so it's not really sort of scrubland and stuff. Probably more of just a green would be better here, but yeah, that's worked well. So yeah, it's definitely getting a bit chillier now, so I've what I've done now, I have got a top on just to stay warm. God, I look quite tired as well. It's quite amazing how light cameras actually make things as well. Got to say, when people think about sort of taking binoculars places, I'm not really sure why as such. Binoculars are great and all, but this little camera here has got 16 times in. If I was to have bought my other one with 40 times, and that's optical, not digital, then you've been able to zoom in miles. So you can zoom to the road next to the reservoir where all the annoying noise is coming from, which is a bit of a pain. Obviously it'll be a lot quieter in a bit, so I'm not really that fussed on that sort of thing. So I'm going to head back now, and I think that's going to be it for the night. I'm tired, not hungry, which is good. A couple of pita breads and that's generally done me. Oh, and Dr. Thirsty, good old Dr. Thirsty. So in the morning, because it'll be a lot easier, I'll just boil up a porridge. Yeah, look, sort of looks like a path round and down that way. Not sure. In fact, it almost looks like a circle round this section, which is burnt, and obviously that's going back up. So I'd almost say this is a section where they are deliberately burning sections. So like that section there has been burnt, and that, so it's obviously heathland controlled, isn't it, to either stop fires or literally just to stop it growing into such an annoying, horrible sort of monster of a scrubland that you can't actually stick your sheep out to graze on it, which I haven't seen any sheep in a while actually, but I can see another big airplane. That's obviously just taken off from Manchester. It's obviously taking a load of happy holiday people somewhere. Lucky for them. Although for me, it's lucky for me, because I'm going to go and jump into my nice warm -10 degrees centigrade, although comfort rating -5 degrees centigrade, super duper snug pack sleeping bag, and yeah, I get some rest, I'm sure. I'm sure, because it is quite early. I'm going to be up horrendously early as well. I can't honestly imagine that I'm not going to be. So yeah, so I'm quite impressed at the moment. It's not a bad little setup. It's not exactly the best of setups though, but by the time I faffed around doing that, I just could not be bothered to eat. It's a bit of a think across the streams. Alright, I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning world. It's sunset, sunrise meant to be just after 5:30, so it's just after 5:30ish. I've got to say, I slept absolutely terribly last night. I'm really not used to this, so I was just on and off asleep all night. Just literally all you hear is the rustling of the tarpaulin on the little bushes down there. yeah, it was very nice and warm. Can't complain at temperature at all. Just left the hat on all night as well with the torch in case I needed it. Although I was surprised at how actually light it was the whole night. I was expecting to sort of be in absolute pitch black, but I wasn't. So I'm not really sure why. I can only imagine it's probably because where you've got over that way you've got Sheffield, over that way somewhere you've got like Manchester and stuff, and there's nothing quite far south for quite a while. I guess you've got Derby and the like, so. But yeah, so I've woken up. I'm still in the wind at the moment. I'm rather chilly. I remembered I have forgotten one thing actually, and that is the windbreak for. I've forgotten the windbreak for my little gas cooker thing. Although turn that I think down on the floor level here would be fine. The only thing that's being a pain in the backside at the moment is that this is covered in condensation. And where the bivvy is right over the side there, I've noticed that I've been near sleeping on condensation all night. Just a bit annoying, to say the least. So yeah. I think in some shape or form we need to just have a think on how this setup works, because if it was to rain, I'd be absolutely stuffed. I'd literally be wanting to probably cry, and then probably be fed up enough that I'd be thinking, oh, do I just ditch my kit? Just know what on earth I'd be doing anyway. But yeah. So, on to some breakfast, I think. Right, 1 cup of hot water on the go. I know that handle's going to be horrendously hot. For some reason at first it was just sparking up sort of orangey flames. I think the wind might have been catching it, so I had to move it slightly. I'm going to get the sleeping bag in. Just wait for this to boil up. I'm going to have some porridge and a coffee, I think. Just keep wrapping things up, and then I'm going to pack up and start my hike back to the car. And that is generally going to be my aim for now, because it'd be nice to get home. So temperature wise not too bad. I'm just literally here in this again, just in shorts and stuff. So overall temperature wise not too bad. I really wish I'd brought my little piece of kit with me. It had a thermometer on it. I completely forgot that. And I forgot my windbreak as well for this, which is a real bugbear, because obviously there's a bit of a way this all to ground anyway, so that's the setting fire to it, which is very much a worry. Yeah, it seems to be okay. I can hear those annoying birds again. So yeah, oh, and a funky rainbow. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up now. Oh, this is now 6:35 in the morning. It's still far too early, but it is now time to go. So I reckon an hour down to the car and nothing should be done. So leaving absolutely nothing behind, apart from hopefully good memories and a really bad sleep. So yeah, all packed up, ready to go. So last thing to do is just get my rucksack on, which, looking at it, looks horrendously horrible, but there's a nice easy way of doing this, which I learnt from a video, and that is if you step over it this way, you pick it up and you hug it and you throw it onto your back. It's as simple as that then. And then once it's on your back, there you go, you can adjust the straps because your back's taking the weight then. So I shall be doing that, and then I'm going to be heading off straight down that way over the wall, I say over the wall, there's quite a few bits in it where there's not really much of a wall left, so I should be heading over that way and then heading back down towards the car. Right, so I picked the trail back up a little while ago now actually. Wasn't really too far down the hill, over a stone wall, just had to negotiate over. These birds are really stupid. So I had to negotiate over all the heather. And then, yeah, I've made it around to sort of Lady Bower at the moment, so there's a reservoir. It's quite remarkable how deep it is actually when you really look at these things, how much water that must hold. I really would not want to be one of those houses. But let's face it, those houses don't really look that old, do they? Well, they could be. I'm trying to think what came first, the reservoir or the houses. Either way, you can see how built up and man-made it is. So I'm going to carry on around this way now. And yeah, carry on back round to the car. Got people all over the place this morning now. So it's about 7:25. Spotted one couple hiking. So very early. Made it all the way back round almost to Bamford now. So there's the village just down the hill. There's the tree line there, and the walk down the way to the car. So carry on with that. So it's beautiful out here. The weather is, I've got to say, I'm quite warm in all this. Still got shorts on, but taking the jacket off by now actually. It's all downhill from here, which is nice. Horrendously downhill. Yeah, knocking on a good 200 metres I'd say. I could just look at the map, but that would be cheating. So yeah, I shall carry on down now. So there's those original rocks. So I started off at sort of saying about the coffee and everything. Could just bloody camp there, couldn't I? I was covered in sheep poo. Right, so I'm going to carry on down, get to the car, and I'll see you there. Hooray, I've made it past the most pointless path in the world. Well, it's not a pointless path, the most pointless path closure ever. You could see it's literally just a big electrical box with no doors on. How does it take 6 months to literally stick some doors on a box? Ridiculous. So I think I've successfully finished my first wild camp. So I'm almost back at the car now. So I've literally just got to walk down the hill there, and I'm back at the car. So yeah, big thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And if anyone wants to give me any tips, then yeah, please do, because any is very, very much appreciated. We might see you next time.